Ranger.
Hi-yo, Silver!
A fiery horse with the speed of light, a cloud of dust, and a hearty Hi-yo Silver. The Lone Ranger.
For as long as any of us in the West could remember, the Lone Ranger had been admired and respected by all who knew him. A man who never fired a shot except in the cause of law and justice. A man I had long been proud to call my friend. And no one admired him more than lawmen like myself, my name being Brad Calloway. As the looting of town after town continued, even those who believed most firmly in the Lone Ranger were convinced at last. The man they had put their faith and trust in had betrayed them. I found it hard to believe that a man I had known and admired so long could be responsible for all these savage crimes. But the evidence spoke for itself, and I had no choice. My job was clear, to bring in the Lone Ranger, dead or alive.
We go much out of way just to see old friend, Kimasabi.
Tonto, I haven't seen Brad in years. He's a fine law officer. Well worth going out of our way to see.
Riders come, Kimasabi. We think 4 or 5.
Brad Calloway. It's been a long time.
Just the man we're looking for. Hand up your guns.
Wait a minute. I don't understand.
A lot of things I don't understand. Hand up your guns before I blow your head off. Now get on your horse. You too, Indian. You're coming with us. At least a dozen people have witnessed these crimes of yours and described you to a T.
Tell you, Brad, you've got the wrong man. Tonto and I haven't been in this part of the country for years. Anyone can get a mask like mine. This isn't the first time I've been impersonated.
I know. I've already thought of that. I've never seen the Lone Ranger's face, and of the voice I can't be sure. Even if there are masked men. One, the Lone Ranger, whom I've admired and respected for years. The other, a thieving, murderous fraud. Which one are you?
Tonto, we've made friends everywhere we go. I hate to have them believe that we've turned renegade. We only could get our freedom for a couple of days. A chance to run down this outlaw. Whoever he is.
Don't think you remember me, Ranger. But I remember you, even though it's been a pile of years. And I remember your voice, too. I'll never forget it.
Bob Hardy.
That's right, Bob Hardy. And the last time you saw me, a lot of years ago, I was sitting on a horse, wrong way around with a rope around my neck. And if you and your Indian friend hadn't come along, I'd have been dangling from a tree limb. And for something I hadn't done. The guns are on the table, your horse is around the back. Now, all I ask is that you kind of hit me over the head. Well, not too hard, of course, and tie me up so to make it look good, okay?
Close the door, Bob.
Close it.
Well, I appreciate what you're trying to do, but this isn't the way. You see, jailbreaking is lawbreaking. Tonto and I ride with the law, not against it.
Marshal, you come in now.
All right, I'm convinced.
Convinced?
Nobody but the real Lone Ranger would be so conson, stiff-necked, and law-abiding as to turn down a chance to escape. You're the Ranger, all right, and my old friend.
Brad,
You're free to go, but I expect you back with the killer.
we'll do the best we can.
But mind you, if there's another masked man killing and the town finds out I've turned you loose, they won't lynch just you. They'll lynch me, too. I wouldn't like that.
I understand. I'll need a gun, a couple of mules, about 500 pounds of good gold grade ore. And then... there's a stamp mill down the canyon a ways. We'll take our ore there to be refined. It's the best way to advertise our gold strike. Tonto, a dog. That's your master, boy? He's dead, Tonto. Shot right through the heart. Nothing on him. Looks like robbery. I think he's trying to tell us something. He wants us to follow him.
Kimisami, silver bullet.
My double places roll well. Right down to the smallest detail. Come on.
What you doing here, Buck? I thought you was with Paul. Hello, mister.
That your dog, son?
Sure is. I thought he went down to the stamp mill with Paul. Guess he didn't, though. You're new around here, ain't you?
Yep.
My name's Joe Wilkins.
Howdy, Joe. They call me Ed Doherty, and this is my Indian friend, Gray Horse.
Glad to know you both. Visitors are as scarce as hen's teeth up here. Ma? Got any coffee hot?
Sure have. Though I'm no fit type to be serving visitors.
Don't need to trouble you none, ma'am.
Oh, it ain't no bother. We got plenty, too. Ma, this is Ed Doherty and Gray Horse.
Mighty happy to make your acquaintance.
How'd you do, ma'am?
We're pretty excited around here today.
Me and Pa just made a strike. First real one we've ever made. Been scratching around the hills most all our lives. Pretty near starved to death sometimes, too. And not no more. We're rich now.
You can stay to supper, can't you? Pa's bringing home a load of groceries. Enough to choke a horse, he says.
Well,
Oh, sure you can. I'll go fetch your coffee.
Wait, Joe. You say your pa went to the stamp mill? Was he driving a wagon and a team of horses?
Yeah. He was gonna pick up some gold that they refined for us at the mill. And then go into town. Why?
Son, I'm afraid I got some bad news for you. You see, your pa's dead. And we found him at the bottom of the ravine, about a mile from the stamp mill. He'd been shot.
Sure it was Pa?
Your dog brought us here. He was standing guard over your pa when we found him. He'd been shot. Sure sorry, son. Now, you better go tell your ma.
Yeah. Ma! Ma!
Tonto, we've got to bring that mass murderer to justice if it's the last thing we ever do.
Howdy, mister. Howdy. Reckon you can run some ore through your mill for us?
Yeah, I guess so. You're strangers around here, ain't you?
Yep. Not for long, though, son. Reckon as soon as the news gets out that we've struck it rich, we'll have friends aplenty. Cast your eyes on this, son.
Where'd you get this?
Up at our diggings, the old Miggins claim. Know the place? That's it. Dad blasted vein of gold we ever seed.
The Miggins claim, eh?
Yep. Takes an old coot with gold dust in his veins to smell out this purdy stuff. Wait till the news gets around.
Just put your oar on the scale and mosey along. I'll take care of this later.
Looks like we're striking pay dirt already, Tonto.
Oh, my old...
Who is it?
It's Blake. Let me in. Keller, look at this. That old coot up there brought in 2 mule loads of this stuff. Look at the color in it. Says he's reopened the old Miggins claim over on Silver Spring.
The Miggins claim?
Yeah.
You idiot. Haven't you got any eyes or any brains either? No wonder I have to tell you every move to make. Without me to do your thinking for you, every one of you be dangling from an oak limb.
What's wrong, Chief?
Look at the agate formation in that quartz. Any fool ought to know it never came from any place around here. The only place you find agate and quartz together like that is way out at Sunset Ridge, 40 miles from here.
He told me it came from the Miggins claim.
He was lying. You ever seen him around here before?
No.
Well, he could be lying to keep his diggings a secret. Or it could be a trap laid for us by that stupid Marshal Brad Calloway. Jay, you and Duke follow him. See where he goes and what he's up to. Well, if it is a trap, I think it's time that this Lone Ranger disappeared for a while.
I don't get it. The old man hasn't moved a muscle since we got here.
What'd you do that for, boss?
Boss, eh? Well, take him to camp, Tonto. There's a lot of questions to be answered.
Don't ever trust those old prospectors, Bub. They'll fool you every time.
Reckon you had me fooled too, mister. Old prospector, eh? Drop your gun.
Joe, you don't understand.
Drop 'em. I understand plenty, mister. When I went into town and found out the marshal had let you go, I knew the whole thing. You killed my pa, and that's all I need to understand. Get down on your knees, mister. You too, Injun. And if you know how to pray, pray.
Joe, will you just listen to me for 5 minutes?
I'm listening, mister.
We gotta move fast. That fool kid Joe Wilkins is out gunning for the Ranger.
You mean to tell me that Al Keller, the owner of the stamp mill, the masked man that's been leading the gang?
I'm sure of it, Joe.
How do I know whether to believe you or not? I come here to kill you.
Good work, Joe. You can put your rifle away now. We'll take care of these two.
What are you doing here, Mr. Keller?
Joe, his name isn't Keller. It's Rankin. He's an outlaw. I helped put him in prison in Montana.
When you did, I swore I'd get even with you. I'd muck your name up and muck it up proper. You're gonna die now, hated throughout the length and breadth of the West.
No, you don't.
Jay, Duke, take him in the mine and tie him up. But not too tight. You understand?
Yeah.
All right, move. This has got to look like an accident. You got a piece of cord?
Fish line.
That'll do. There's an old trick that miners use to keep their claims from being robbed. I think we can put it to use.
the dynamite. That ought to hold you. Let's go. Mrs. Wilkins! Oh, Mrs. Wilkins!
Howdy, Marshal.
Howdy, ma'am. We gotta find Joe, Mrs. Wilkins. It's important.
We went up in the hills hunting, he said. But he didn't take his dog. Buck! 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 Find Joe, Buck. Find Joe. Go!
All right, boys, come on.
Watch the trip lines. One pull, you'll blow this tunnel sky high. Oh, watch it. 3 of them. Now look where you put your feet. You make the tie loose on them?
Just like you told me.
Good. I think now we can leave things to take their natural course.
You all right, Joe?
I'm all right.
Rope loose, Kemosabe. And go free. Strange, these ropes are so loose. You'd think anyone accustomed to tying packs on a mule would know how to tie a proper knot.
Sure made a mistake about you two.
It's all right, Joe. What I can't understand is this. Why these ropes should have been so loose. Do you suppose they meant for us to get free?
But why, Kemosabe?
That I don't know. What is it, Taro?
Me step on rock, Kemosabe. Kemosabe, something here.
So that's it. A rig to blow us up. Be careful. There may be more.
What's he doing here?
Well, we better find out. Find Joe, Buck. Buck, find Joe. Come on, Buck. Find him.
It's Buck! Stay, Buck! Stay! Stay, Buck!
Find Joe, Buck.
Stay, Buck! Stay! Stay, Buck! Stay!
Sure there's another one.
Stay, boy!
Here it is.
Stay, boy! Stay! It's Keller, Marshal. He's the man you want.
That'll do, mister. Now turn right around and trot right back into that mine. All of you, back in the mine. Now, don't try it.
Go ahead and shoot, Keller. If I drop this, we'll all be blown to bits. Remember, there's a gun in here.
You crazy fool. Hey, put that thing down.
Now drop your guns. Drop it, Keller.
Takes more than just a counterfeit mask to impersonate the Lone Ranger, Keller. And what it takes, you haven't got. Reckon we've got enough on your gang to hang you all. Take 'em away.
Hey! I forgot to thank him.
He don't want no thanks, son. He just wants to see this West, which he's helping to build, become a decent place for honest men and women to live in. That's all the thanks the Lone Ranger wants.